Hello everyone, this video is in continuation to our videos on biomolecules. We are talking about enzymes. In this video, we'll talk about the chemical nature of enzymes. What is the chemical makeup of an enzyme? What are the different parts which are there in an enzyme? Watch the video till the end. You will get all the important pointers for your notes on the board when the video ends. Fine. So we'll start with the chemical nature of enzymes. First of all, most of the enzymes, they are proteins in nature. This we all know, they are basically tertiary proteins in nature. So this is a very important pointer here, that the enzymes are proteins in nature. When we were discussing the structure of proteins, there also I gave you the examples of the enzymes which are protein. All the enzymes are proteins, but yes, we talked about the enzymes which have primary structure. We have also talked about the enzymes which have secondary structures, and we have discussed conjugate proteins also, which are also enzymes. So, enzymes are proteins in nature. Very important. Some of the learners, they don't even know that they are proteins in nature. वो proteins होते हैं enzymes हमारे body में. Enzymes are proteins in nature. That's why they are altogether different. Even hormones are proteins in our body. So the enzymes are proteins in nature, and maximum type of enzymes which are proteins in nature. Which type of protein? Tertiary proteins. Maximum are tertiary proteins in nature. Fine. So this is the basic property of enzymes. They are proteins and they are basically tertiary proteins. Now when we talk about the classification or categories of enzymes, we have two main categories. There are two main categories: simple enzymes and conjugate enzymes. I'll just make a flowchart to explain this so that the things are very, very easy for you. So, enzymes, according to their chemical nature, they can be simple enzymes and they can be conjugate enzymes. Fine. What are simple enzymes? Simple enzymes are the ones which do not have any non-protein part attached with them. Matlab, they are just simple proteins. They do not have any non-protein part attached for their proper functioning. It's just a protein. That means, if I just write it, so that means a protein is there which acts like enzyme. There is nothing in between. Fine. A very common example of this would be pepsin and trypsin. Pepsin, trypsin. Fine. So what do we know now? That simple enzymes are the ones which do not have any non-protein part attached to it. A protein will act like an enzyme. Very common examples are pepsin and trypsin. Now moving to our next type, and that is conjugate proteins. Conjugate enzymes. Now, ये थोड़ा सा, it is, first of all, we'll write what are they. First of all, what are conjugate? Conjugate enzymes are the ones which have, which have a non-protein part attached to it. That means there will be a protein part, there will be a non-protein part which is attached to it, and finally an enzyme will be formed. So every conjugate enzyme needs to have that non-protein part to become functional. It is non-functional without that non-protein part. Usme hona is very, very important. So we'll write what does it have. What do we have here? In a conjugate enzyme, we have a protein plus non-protein part which forms enzyme. Now there are specific terms which are given to these. Fine. This protein is known as apoenzyme. So you say that the protein part of any enzyme is known as apoenzyme. Non-protein part, what do we call? What do we call a non-protein part? A non-protein part is known as cofactor. This is a cofactor. So what is a cofactor? The non-protein part in an enzyme is known as cofactor. And the enzyme which is formed now is known as holoenzyme. And this, we call this holoenzyme as a functional enzyme. Because if this non-protein part is removed from here, it's not going to perform its function. So a protein with this non-protein part forms an enzyme. So what do we know now? That an apoenzyme will be attached with a cofactor to form a holoenzyme. Here we have something more. This cofactor can be of two types. One, where it is very tightly attached to apoenzyme and cannot be separated easily, and second, where it is not that strongly attached to the apoenzyme and can be easily removed. Fine. So we categorize them now. Cofactors, first of all, can be organic in nature and inorganic. If I say inorganic, I'm talking about metal ions. It can be any type of metal. So those metal ions, when attached with protein, it forms holoenzyme. Organic. Organic cofactor are of two types, as I told you already. On the basis of their attachment with the apoenzyme, they are known as coenzyme and prosthetic group. Coenzyme, prosthetic ग्रुप. कौन सा स्ट्रॉन्गली बॉन्ड है, कौन सा लूजली बॉन्ड है? कोएंजाइम कैन बी easily separated from apoenzyme, whereas prosthetic group is strongly attached to apoenzyme. Fine. So these metal ions, what we have written, they are generally the activators which are going to activate the process of enzyme action. So what do we know now? Enzymes basically are simple and conjugate. Simple enzymes are the ones which do not have any non-protein part attached to it. Example is pepsin and trypsin. Otherwise, maximum enzymes are conjugate in nature, which have a non-protein part attached to it. A protein part is known as apoenzyme, non-protein part is cofactor, and enzyme which is formed by attachment of both are known as holoenzyme. This cofactor can be organic and inorganic components. If it is inorganic component, they are metal ions which basically act as activators. And organic are of further two types on the basis of their attachment with the apoenzyme. A coenzyme and a prosthetic group. A coenzyme is the one which is very loosely attached, can be easily separated from the apoenzyme, whereas the prosthetic group is very strongly bonded with the apoenzyme, cannot be removed easily. So these are the various types of enzymes, or on the basis of their chemical nature, how are they basically formed. Fine. So we'll have our next video again. So keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you.